Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing the all-new Ford E-Transit. This is Ford's fully electric transit. Before we get in this video, though, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo, Utah for giving me some time with this transit. This particular one is still available for sale for the time being, so if you're interested, I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can reach out to them. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. The E-Transit has a 68 kilowatt hour battery pack, which provides 126 miles of full electric driving range. We've got 266 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque, single electric motor, which drives the rear wheels. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So you guys can see we've got the higher roof design with this, and then you probably saw under the hood, that vent is actually fake, which is pretty fun. And then notice the blue here on the grille to signify this is the electric version. Then you got the regular halogen lights here, parking sensors at the bottom. It looks like this one also has fog lights. And then you've got your charging port here up front, so just press that little thing. This does have DC fast charging, which is definitely a nice benefit. But yeah, overall, it's a normal transit front end with some blue. Now around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 235, 65, 16 in the front and over in the rear as well. You guys can see with the wheel design, you've got the silver there with the black in the center. And then notice with the trim here at the bottom, obviously that's going to wear better over time than the painted trim that you have up above. And then here's kind of like your full side view with the Transit. So we've got a regular key fob here from Ford. You get Ford logo on the back, you got the little flip out key with it, lock and unlock, you know, the normal stuff. Now out back, we've got the first door here, which is pretty cool. Now we have the lock unlock mechanism here in the back. So if we pull it towards unlock, this will allow me to pull the door all the way open. And then you guys can see that it'll stop like right here. But I mean, that's way more open than what it would normally go to, because normally it just goes like a 90-degree angle. And then we've got the other door here, which we're just gonna do the normal, you know, roughly 90-degree angle with that. And then we got the cargo area. So got the nice bumper here, which you can step on to get into here. And this one looks like it already has flooring, which is nice. Headroom, so almost into that. So you can pretty much stand up here. I mean, if you're like, I'd say 5'7", 5'8", you'd be fine. I'm just a little bit too tall for this. But anyways, yeah, I mean, it's got plenty of space back here. It's not like the longest version. I'll show you guys the wheelbase at the end. I just hit my head on the thing again, almost. But yeah, there you go. There's the back. And with the doors, just close that. And the other one, even though it's like all the way out, you just basically pull it in and then it latches for you, and then you can close it normally. And then here's the rest of the rear of this Transit. As you guys can see, again, it says E-Transit there on the back, which is kind of cool. Again, you got the like little blue accenting with that. And then like most cargo vans, you got the side door here, which obviously allows you to also access the storage area. Now with the front door panel, pretty basic with material use. Again, this is ultimately a work van. Do have blind spot running with the mirrors, which is pretty cool. You got your window controls, more storage down below. This is where the gas cap usually is, but obviously since this doesn't have it, it's just like glued on there, which is kind of funny. Anyways, you guys can see 3,536 pounds of payload capacity. And then our gross vehicle weight rating is 9,500 pounds. And then we have these vinyl seats here up front as well. Another nice touch. Got your mirror adjustments here, light controls, auto hold, parking brake, got a little cup holder, and another up above. Pew! Now I've got the normal Ford steering wheel here. Again, pretty basic with the material use, but we've got some controls for the center. You've got your volume controls there, and then regular stalks on the back. And then you guys can see the gauge cluster here in the center. A few differences, right? Shows if you're using power or charging. Shows how much range that we have with this. As you can see, 106 miles. And then you guys can see it says full right there, or almost full. And then you got the speed. And then here in the center, we can basically just scroll through to see different bits of info on the vehicle with usage and everything. But pretty normal stuff. So we got this 360 camera. You guys can see the backup camera and then the bird's eye view. And then we also have the zoom function, which is pretty nifty. But yeah, tons of different like angles that we can see out of with the camera system itself. And then we also have like the front view with it as well. Sorry about the glare, by the way, at this shot. But here's your infotainment system, pretty standard stuff. Like, you can access the climate pretty easy with that whole setup. And then we also have some drive modes. Actually, you have to pull down the climate, I guess, to access the drive modes. There we go. You got your normal, eco, and then slippery that you can go between as well. And then you can see those physical buttons down below, like drive mode, camera, parking assist, volume control, all that. Got our little gear selector here with the transit, and then see charging ports, another cup holder right there. Actually, it's a glove box. Pretty nice. And then you can see the storage here at the top of the dash. And then we also have the huge, like, sun. I mean, these things are huge with the sun visors. Makes sense because we got a bigger windshield. And then you guys probably noticed earlier, we do have a partition. This one has like a little window so you can see in the back, but like there's no doorway or anything, so you're completely separate. So here's a window sticker you guys can see here, 2023 350. Again, this is the E-Transit. And then all of the equipment on this particular one. Base MSRP 54,000 roughly. Total MSRP $61,560. Let's see how it drives. Okay, well, let's talk about visibility here in the Transit before we set off. Both the mirrors, do blind spot monitoring over the hood, and this one just has the regular mirror. So we obviously don't have visibility throughout the rear because closed windows. But anyways, let's set off in the E-Transit. This is the first electric cargo van I have ever reviewed on the channel. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. Really smooth the power delivery. I think I'm trying to think about like uses for this. Ford obviously has their stated uses. They think that, you know, for example, like a handy person, right? They think that this would work great for them because, you know, maybe they only drive like 50 miles in a day and this has over 100 miles of range, and so then it'll save them, you know, on running costs and everything because they won't have to fill up with gas all the time. That's kind of the thought process behind it. Delivery drivers, that's another one. Yeah, really smooth, obviously, since it's fully electric. I mean, for a cargo van, this feels super solid. It's kind of what I've noticed with these EVs, is it seems like when you replace a very, how do I say this nicely? A vehicle with a very lackluster powertrain with an EV, sorry, I gotta adjust the GoPro, it's kind of falling off. But anyways, yeah, if you replace a vehicle with a lackluster powertrain with an EV, it seems like the benefits of the EV feel a lot better. Now you can get the Transit though with the twin turbo V6, which that's not lackluster. It's the naturally aspirated V6 that you can put in this that definitely feels kind of on the weak side of things. But let's see how this thing accelerates here. Ooh, that's quick for a cargo van. Sheesh! Had to do it. Had to do the meme. But yeah, no, that's fast for a cargo van. And it's very smooth with the power delivery too. It's like just consistent acceleration. I really like that. Don't worry, it's my tripod. So summing things up here with this E-Transit. I like it. I'm not so sure about the range. I mean, I know that here's the problem. Here's the problem. To get more range, they have to put a bigger battery pack in this, which means that you'd lose payload, which payload is everything for cargo vans. And so it's kind of it's not really a win-win situation with this. So, you know, I think the range is fine for certain application, but I mean, 126 miles, I don't know. I mean, I think like if I was in that position where I have a bunch of gear in the back for whatever I'm doing, like a plumber, I don't know, whatever, whoever would buy this, I'd want more than 126 miles of range just in case. Like, just in case, even if I have like a set range where I'm like, I only do plumbing for this town. I don't know, I just, you know, maybe you have like a crazy few days where you can't charge the vehicle and it's like, boom, out of range. Whereas with gas, right, you could fill up, I don't know. Just thinking out loud here. Let me know what you guys think about, and this helps out so much. Look at this. Let me know what you guys think about this new E-Transit. I definitely think there's some practical application for this, but I still think that, you know, outside of like set range, you know, low mileage driving, I think that, you know, some people would struggle to have this for their business. Again, like, I don't know if you had to, like, I think like dealerships use these vans all the time to ship parts between different dealers. And what if it's like, oh, hey, sorry, we can't get that part to your dealership because my van only has 100 miles of range, or I only have 50 miles of range left. We have to charge it for 40 minutes. So like, that's kind of the thought process. Anyways, let me know what you guys think.